Good. Let's roll up together, shall we? Get my socks off like a good yogi. Welcome to my worldwide friends. Welcome to my Bay Area friends. Great to see you. Happy Wednesday. I'm so looking forward to this because Monday was very challenging yoga, and all the time since I've been going. I'm kind of redesigning my room. It looks very hectic and chaotic, but there's a plan in mind so that when I'm done with it, it looks very neat and modern and up to date. But I'm in that in between remodeling stage. So if you're brand new and you're just tuning in, it's some guy doing yoga from his home in Concord, California, broadcasting around the world. It's called Yoga for Everybody. Tonight is yin yoga. Close your eyes, cross your legs, sit on the floor. If you can't sit on the floor, sit in a chair. Just do whatever you can. If you are part of this group and you participate and you move the best you can, then you will accrue all the benefits. Yoga is for every body, every mind, every soul. And please just find your breath. The topic in my morning meditation class all week is breath. If you're older than 60, you've taken approximately 500 million breaths so far. And everyone brings us into the present moment. The quality of our emotional life is exactly correlated to the quality of our breathing. So inhales and exhales through the nose. Exhaling all the air out before we grab for a new inhale. Maybe even feeling a little pause between the inhale and the exhale and the exhale and the inhale. As our breath settles, calms, pacifies, balances, so does our mental and emotional state. This is scientifically proven now. Okay, now we're going to chant an Om together. Nice big inhale. Okay, hands to our hearts, whether you're atheist, agnostic, not sure, doesn't matter, don't know, just bless all who are watching, participating. We send off to God, love, source. Good. All right. And we start moving. If you're brand new, it's called joint juice. We're going to go through every joint of our body. Wednesday is a more mild seated approach. Just join in and start moving. Quit thinking about it. Don't try to figure it out. Don't analyze it. Don't break it down. Just do it. Even this right here will start to get frozen shoulders to move again. It'll stimulate your spine on the way up. You'll exhale as the arms extend out, and before you know it, you'll feel a little bit better, and then a little bit better, and then a little bit better, and then spectacular. Good. Poof. Now, Wednesday, we do yin yoga, which means we do the poses a little more slowly. That's why I recommend everybody gets 2 yoga blocks. Go on Amazon right now, look up blue foam yoga blocks. They'll be delivered tomorrow by 10 a.m. The reason for that is if we're going to do a yin forward fold, we might want to rest our head. I'm exaggerating a little bit. I'm stacking the blocks up pretty high. I'm looking to make a point here. But if you're very tight coming forward, if you support your head, it really stimulates this full body relaxation, shoulder blades relaxed, hips release, palms open, arms widen, upper back releases. And then we spend 30, 40, 50 seconds in a pose, breathing, hopefully breathing. If you haven't done this kind of yoga, you're in for a giant treat. Good on your next inhale. Come on up. See what I mean? Don't you just feel better already? That was a bit exaggerated for my height. So this time I'm just going to lower it down one. It's a cool thing about having two blocks, the way you can arrange them. And I'm going to switch around the cross of my legs. If you're brand new, if you're tight in Tennessee and crispy in Cleveland and you can't even get near the block, don't even worry about it. Sit on top of a blanket. It'll tilt your pelvis forward. Maybe you get to here. This will suffice, because yoga is going to take a few days. Like any skill, it's going to take a lifetime, but there's no rush. Enjoy where you're at. Once you can, support yourself on the hands or the elbows or the blocks. Then time to breathe, contemplate, absorb. And this will start to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the one that associates with rest and relaxation, healing and regeneration. Don't forget to relax your shoulders down. Now, if you're feeling it, I'm going to push into my hands, look forward, lengthen my spine. That's an inhale. On exhale, some more space is opened in my mind, in my breathing, in my body. I like how that feels. And on our next inhale, we'll come back up. Now I'm going to move the blocks out of the way so my friends around the world, great turnout. By the way, we're nearing 1,000 subscribers. It's a big milestone. If you're watching these and enjoying them and you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please take a moment. It really helps us out. Looney and I really appreciate it. Back to the original cross of our legs. By the way, if you can put 1 foot or 2 feet on top, half or full lotus, you can feel free. But again, I'm tailoring this for 99% of the humans. It's my job. God assigned me to be a broker between the yogis that do absurd, ridiculous, otherworldly things and just about everybody else that can't do much. And so this is a good medium ground. Now with my hands on my knees, shoulders, I'm going to kind of polish my knees a little bit while I open up my shoulders. We're simulcasting from the East Bay of California, out on the east side of San Francisco, on the other side of the bay. Much of the United States is boiling under intense heat right now, and in the Bay Area, it's just put on a parka. This foggy air is blowing in. It's very refreshing. Other way, 1, 2, very fresh air, a lot of good, clean, fresh, negative ions coming in. When it comes to air, negative ions are the ones you want. Positive ions are like the irritating ones from Santa Ana winds. 6, 7, 8. Okay, now a big problem for many friends, if you're older than 50, are crabby hands and wrists. So I got just the thing. Turn your palms up, thumbs to the outside. If you can't get down here, boy, you better keep coming back. Lean forward into your hands. Be reasonable. Drop your chin, close your eyes. If you're brand new and it's your hands don't come down yet, I've got 1,100 Yoga for Everybody videos on the channel, so you can tune in every single day and do some joint juice with me. If the heels of your hands do come all the way down, enjoy it. Close your eyes. This is going to be the nature of this Wednesday practice. If you need to do cartwheels and backflips, go to the channel, look up a Monday yoga class. Just make sure you do this yoga only. Just kidding, but this is for everybody. Okay, and then arms out, and then for the shoulders, we go internal, external, in, out. You can exaggerate, get your body moving, especially if you've been stuck. You're not so bendy in Baltimore or atrophied in Atlanta. Now, all the internal that I got, arms behind my back, up my back, and I've got a personal question. Can you get the back of your hands inside your armpits? Odd position, isn't it? Now, hypermobile people can touch their elbows together. Some of us can't get our wrists in our armpits. How are we to deal with our diversity and our disparity? You do what you can do. But I do recommend you drop your chin, close your eyes. And my veteran students, or if you've been doing yoga for a while, you know that ujjayi breathing is making this little throaty whispering sound by making a little constriction at the back of your throat. It's very gentle, it's very peaceful, it's very calming, it's very wonderful. Breath work is the medicine of the future, but it can be the medicine of right now for those who have ears. Okay, bring your hands out. Best thing ever invented. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And if you do this once a day, if you're sitting at the computer or painter's table or whatever your arts or craft or work is, shake your hands out a few times every day. You don't have to be severe with it. And then these are called hi, how you doings. Then cup your hands at your heart. Again, drop your chin, close your eyes. Make that ujjayi breathing sound, or just breathe. Now, occasionally I throw in some of the best affirmations that I've ever heard. We are calm and peaceful souls. And then this one, everything is always working out for us. Because it is. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean that it isn't. We don't see everything, wouldn't you agree? Okay, now I'm going to lean back on my hands. All I'm going to do is just lift up my booty. Some people's booties go to the moon, which is full tonight. Sink down. Full moon is also a good time to do a more gentle practice. Switch the cross of your legs. We try any of these asymmetrical poses, we do them from both sides. Lean back on your hands or your fists. On an inhale, if you're brand new, can barely lift, don't worry, lift up. If you're very flexible and can put your head on the floor, great. Really good. Good. And then sink down. Good. Then a simple opening twist. Turn to the right. No hands yet. Turn more. Left hand, right knee. Right arm behind. And use gentle leverage of your arms to turn your entire spine with your head following to the right. Now, there's some very snooty yogis who think that this is very remedial or it's terribly simple, but the best things in life are simple. And while the elite extreme yoga is good for some people, this is good for most people most of the time. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, release. I've been part of that elite yoga snob, do all the hard stuff only, and everything else is pedestrian. But after a while, you get over that. Pride begins to wear off. Inhale. Exhale, left, 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 left. What's the number one spiritual sin? Pride. Being better than. We all suffer from it. It feels good to be better than everybody else, doesn't it? If you chop other people's heads off, then you get to be higher than everyone else. But it's a very superficial form of happiness, isn't it? We all know that. We've all been beaten enough. First humiliation, then humility. Good. And release out of that. Good job, you guys. Inhale. Arms out to the side, then side to side. It's very characteristic of yoga in the 20th century. It would come to the West, and Western minds would get a hold of it, and then it would become extreme, and then there'd be a great seduction of the people who were really flexible or really adept, and then we would characterize them as being, quote, the better yogis, and the people that could barely move would be the lesser yogis, and that is decidedly Western, isn't it? Now, I'm all for being high quality movement, but not at the expense of humility. Reach up and grab your elbows, side to side. There's one quality that God loves in his kids. It's being right-sized and humble. If there were a medal for humility, I'd proudly wear it. Switch the cross of your elbows, side to side. Life, and there's never one way to go about it, is there? Some days you got to be on your own side. You got to be a little bit of a braggadocio, and some days you got to tune it down a little bit. Bring it down. Nothing wrong with self-confidence. It's a wonderful quality. Okay, stretch your legs out. Stretch your toes open really wide. Isn't it nice to do yoga with your shoes off and your socks off like we're designed at the factory? So much modern CrossFit training, shoes, socks, feet all stuffy and strangulating. Good, then lean forward, knuckles on your head, relax your shoulders, and then just extend your arms without lifting your shoulders. Extend your arms without lifting your shoulders. Push the bottom of your legs into the earth. Span your toes open. Close your eyes. Dandasana for extending and livening and opening and releasing the energy that flows up and down our spine, which is, all that we have. Good, then hands on the floor, feet in. My favorite, bottoms up, cheers for rears. Lift your butt to the full moon tonight. Make sure you get out and see it. Hard to miss. I love the phases of the moon. Good, come on down. All right. Now, if you're very tight, just joining in, it's like, wow, I'll try some yoga with this guy because he seems like he's given me some good ideas. Your knees are going to be up and you're going to be hurtled back. So hang on. After a while, this tissue will open up, the knees will widen, and then something a great yogi once taught, and it's a form of massage, but you just put a little wobble and rhythm into your legs, kind of tricks your nervous system into relaxing. It's kind of fun. It's jiggly and giggly and wiggly. After a while, when you've done this enough, you'll be able to straighten both arms and push both knees all the way down to the floor with the base of your spine in. These things take time. Everything of value takes time. Good, now from here, we're just going to wake our bodies up a little bit by lifting our feet and clapping with our hands and our feet. When you want something really bad, you pray with your hands and your feet. Just a variation of Navasana, boat pose. Put your left ankle in front of your right ankle. Are your feet within striking distance? If they are, grab by the toes. Just pull in and sit up as tall and as tight as you can. This is a variation of a pose that's so much harder, you can't even believe it. But just because you can't do integral calculus doesn't mean we can't enjoy a little geometry. There's too much elitism in the world now of people who are at the very top of the fields and looking down on everybody else, and it's not good for us. We're way more one than we are separate. Good. Switch the cross. Grab your feet, a good plantar flexion, stretchiness of your ankles. Some of us are leaning way back. Sit up tall, knees all the way into your collarbones. If you know the full pose, it's full lotus with your hands going. You don't even want to think about it. When it's your time to do that, your teacher will appear. That's a scientific truism. Good. Now stretch your legs out. Now, with your knees and your feet together, if you're very tight, that's going to be it. Pull your heels all the way into your bottom, which caused me to fall over backwards because I'm trying. Now I'm going to rewrap a couple of times. This is one of the most health-producing things you can do if you're sedentary and stuck in your body, is to squeeze the shit out of yourself, so to speak. It's a euphemism, isn't it? Because if you can't get into a little ball like a little kid, then that's a sign that we haven't aged well. But there's nothing that can't be overcome with some patient, diligent following of sequences of intelligent movement, aka vinyasa. Relax your shoulders, head floats up. Good. Now the knees are going to widen again. And this is very challenging for a lot of 50 plus, is to fold your right shin under like that. If you can't do it yet, maybe if you lean way over on the left and give yourself some room, you can get to about here. And man, that's triage on a body that really needs it. That's okay. After a while, you'll be able to sit up. Both of your butt cheeks will be on the floor. These joints will start to work again. And then we can make it into a side bend by bringing our right elbow down to the floor. Now in the Bay Area where I teach publicly, I have many friends who can bring their right elbow all the way down. They tend to be in their 20s and 30s. But that's irrelevant. What matters is, what can you do right now inside of your body? You might want to put your right hand all the way down on the floor. If it doesn't reach, it's a milestone. Reach your left arm all the way up. And just lean to the right until your body says, wow, that's all I got. And then live there. Opening up your ankle, knee, hip flex your shoulders, bending your side. Good. Now a counter pose is to take your fists, put them behind you, and then up you go. Now it doesn't look like I lift up very high. Why is that? I actually don't for a yogi, but I'm a big guy, 6'2", 200, and a lot of muscles. It's great to be me. Good. And come on down, kids. Good job. And then if you're way over here and just kind of dying, you are not going to want to twist. But those who can, turn to the right, left hand, right ankle, right arm behind my back. Come, see it coming all the way around? It's going to grab my left shin. It used to. I will admit, I have no problem. I've been around the sun 68 times, and I am so grateful for the blessing of yoga and the function and friskiness and frolicking that my body will engage in. And I largely credit that to God Love Source and the yoga that He has given me, and then doing it. Good. And come out of that. See, isn't that good? We just went all around these joints. Unfurl this, refurl this. Furl and unfurl mean the same thing. It's a very, very unusual word in that regard. He furled his flag. He unfurled his flag. Same meaning. Good. Now on this side, oh my God, brand new, crispy in Cleveland. Oh, just hang in there, breathe. After a while, this ankle, knee, hip will open up, left butt cheek will come down, hands behind your head. And you 12-year-olds are going to bring your left elbow all the way down to the floor. Flexibility is a wonderful human quality. There's no doubt about it. But there's something called hypermobility. It's too flexible. Joints are too loose. They're too floppy, and it leads to huge problems. I know a lot of yoga teachers who really took advantage of hypermobility in their career. Now they're really hurting. They push too much. So tonight we're pushing just right. Not too much, not too little. Just find the middle ground. Too much flexibility without stability and firmness, not good. Okay, we'll inhale up. Now, a good counter pose, hands behind. Exhale, and up go your buns. Oh man, everybody needs this. Even elite Olympic athletes, this is the most rarely stretched part of most people's bodies, unless you're a gymnast or something. Good, sink down. That is so good for you. Now, if you're way over here and you can't lift your hands, wait. Otherwise, here, turn left. This right hand is going to reach down for my left ankle. Left arm behind. Left arm all the way behind, comes back around to the front. Now I'm a little cattywampus because I am not perfectly flexible, but I am perfectly willing. Close your eyes and find your breath. Wednesday is for healing, restoration, rejuvenation, regeneration of soul and spirit. It is, in effect, charging our batteries. Inhale here. Good. Release. Come on out. That little sequence will make a big difference in your body. Stretch your legs out again. Now, this one requires a little more strength. I'm going to make yoga fists. I'm going to put them back here. Now, with your legs out straight in front of you, if you can't lift your booty up, just puff your chest up or bring your feet in and then lift your booty. But if you can, with your legs extended, lift up. Good all body strength. Toes on the floor, ankle bones rolled together, hips up, chest up, head back. Good. And come on down. Excellent. And now, as Monty Python used to say, they still do if you watch them, now for something completely different. For this, all I want is one block, and we're going to do a sequence on our back. If you haven't done this with me before, watch this part. It's important. All I'm going to do, I'm going to lay on my back. If you don't have a block, you could use a pillow, but a block is so much more supporting. And this is just one flat block underneath my sacrum, which is my belt line down to my tailbone. And because it's underneath my flat triangular shaped sacral bone, it's very solid. It's only lifted my hips about 4 inches, but it's a significant lift. And then we're going to take our legs up. Now, if you're brand new, if you go shopping at the mall and you do some people watching with love and compassion, you're going to see people walking around that couldn't do this. And this is not to judge, condemn, or criticize. It's just to state the facts that if we don't use our body, there's certain things that there are certain faculties and capabilities that are going to erode and then disappear. So if you can't get your legs up, then you can at least put the block underneath your bum and maybe bring your feet up for a few moments, maybe extend them up a little bit. Your legs won't straighten because your hamstrings are really tight, but at least you'll be in the damn game, and I want your butt in the game. If you can take your legs straight up, great. We'll be here for about 1.5 minutes. This is an inversion, and yogis are expert at inversions. This is a very simple one. Inversions go off into the stratosphere of headstands and shoulder stands, and I mean literally headstands with no hands, just balancing on the crown of your head. I've seen yogis do it without using their hands, but that's a different class. This is yoga for everybody else. Nice little lumbar curve, breathing from my belly, reversing the general flow of circulation. Nice stretch of the back of my neck. This is good for those circulatory disorders, very close veins, etc. There are way more challenging versions, way more blocks and blah, 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 but I want to bring yoga to the masses. And now, here's another reason we're doing this, because now the one thing that almost nobody does that's over 40 is take their legs out to the side. And because of this, there's just a host of disturbance, disruption, and disorder that accumulates in the lower body. It's not good. So maybe you do it for 10 seconds, your legs shake and you come out. After a while, legs go out, you'll do the full splits, you'll stay firm through your heels, and you could do this for a half an hour. Just mount a TV set on your ceiling, watch your favorite shows, or maybe get some tanning lamps on your ceiling and tan your inner legs. Always something. You can always be getting better at something. I learned this in my drum lesson today. Today was one of the really frustrating ones where I felt like crying. It just felt like I took a year backwards, but my teacher was really hammering me on fundamentals, and I wanted to punch him right in the face, but I didn't. Probably wouldn't have helped, would have been momentarily satisfying. Nice guy, he just didn't like my fundamentals, and so I got my ass kicked. You can now bend your knees, squeeze your knees in together. You can now cross your left thigh over your right thigh. If you can't cross your left leg over your right leg, I am so glad you found us, because some friends are going to put their left ankle underneath their right ankle. Now, when you bring your right foot down with your knees crossed, this is one of the best poses I've ever invented. If you want, take your arms back over your head and just relax in this pose. If you're not feeling enough, you can always move the block up one size. This is challenging for me with my tight guy hip flexors. If you're watching and going, oh man, this stuff's too simple, are you actually doing it or are you just judging it? Because it is very simple if you're not doing it, but it's surprisingly challenging if you're tight and you are doing it. And I congratulate those who are doing this rather than thinking about it or judging it, because the world doesn't need more judgment. It needs more people that are active and engaged. Those who can do, those who can't review. Now bring my knees in, Get my legs up. Nice. And then we do the splits again. None of my other 60-year-old golf buddies will do this. This is why I drive them by 60 to 70 yards. Now I'm going to wrap my right knee over my left knee. Golf's great or yoga's great for golf. Golf's great for yoga. Slink your right ankle underneath your left if God made you to do that. And if you can't bring your left foot down, you are in the right place. Good. A minute. If you can fall asleep in one of these poses, you get super extra bonus points for doing that. This kind of yoga, this slow, patient yoga, it works at levels way below the level of your conscious mind, deep into the psyche, the subconscious, and ultimately the superconscious. Good, now bring my knees back in. Gonna uncross my knees. I'm gonna let my knees drop in toward my chest as far as they will. If I was perfectly flexible with my butt on the block, my knees would come all the way down to my chest. But, as previously noted, I'm not a circus performer or a contortionist. I'm a good old boy living in California, doing some healthy yoga with my friends and loving life. Now, a stronger version of this is straighten your legs and let your legs jackknife over you. But it's supported, it's patient, you can't force it. Your crease of your hips will bring your legs down as deep as they go in conjunction with the flexibility of your hamsters. Don't compare yourself to other people today. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. It's the only game that we can win. Good, now I'm going to bring my legs back up. Now, just for some core strength, I'm just going to lower my legs about a third of the way. If you have back issues or your back is feeling kind of tweaky, then you probably shouldn't do this. Or you can just bend your knees and it'll be a lot less leverage. But, I do want to give options for those who can. So legs just extending out. Then if you're feeling it, you can lower your legs another third of the way. Again, if your body is giving you signals or messages too much or too extreme, then listen to your body and love your body. Good, then down another third. And then you can plant your feet on the floor. Yay. Now I'm going to press into my feet, and that rockets my butt up to the ceiling. Then I bring my booty cheeks down. I bring my feet together. My knees widen out to the side. And as a restorative pose, my elbows are back up over my head. And I call this pancake batter. We'll do this for a minute. This is the kind of yoga you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to feel energetic, lively, springy, way less sore, way more eager, happier, more enthusiastic, breathing better, a greater sense of optimism for the future. Your faith will be strengthened. Problems will diminish. That's all. That's all I promise, but that's yoga. That's what God does for us. Okay, now help yourself up. And now we'll finish with a restorative twist. And I know in my recollection, because I take all of my own classes, we haven't done this next one for a while, and it's my favorite. So here's what I'm going to do. I really recommend you have a yoga bolster like this. If you don't have it, you can use a couple of blankets or on your couch, the big cushion on the back, the big one that's like big. Get that. Take that, but a yoga bolster is better. It's perfect. It's convenient. It's convertible. It's huggable. Smells great. And I'm going to put this bolster over here on my right side. Do you see that? You see that? My right hand goes pat, pat, butter pat on it. I pull it into the side of my right hip. I'm square to the camera. Why is this a twist? It's a very good question. Now let's all do this. Put your right hand on the bolster, take your knees and shift them around and fold your left knee on top of your right knee. Cross your ankles if you're flexible enough. Now this, for a lot of people, this is already dicey and you're like, oh my God, but it goes off to infinity. Now take both hands, turn your torso to the right, push into your hands, push back to stretch your transverse and your abdominal wall, lean back. Now, if you're brand new, I want you to do the very easy version. You put your right hand over here, you slowly come down to your right ear. But before you do that, you turn your belly button down, you face your chest down, you come down really slow, supporting yourself with your hands. And at the last moment, you do come mercifully down to your right ear, but probably a lot of weight's in your hands. So after a while, your arms will relax, your elbows will spread. If you're a bendier bear, you can take the bolster over to 1 o'clock. You can turn more. This is only for the bendies. Come down to your left ear. We'll do this for 1.5 minutes. This is our final sequence. Restorative twist adds years to your life, adds life to your years, makes you more beautiful, more popular, funnier, way more attractive. It just makes life more fun to do a restorative twist. With every breath, you're going to melt and release and relax and settle a little more. Good. Now a really big inhale while we're still in the pose. Exhale, let it go. Now pull your hands in toward your chest. Press out nice and slow. Obviously, after a sequence like that, now we unwind ourselves. We come back to square one. And all we do is the mirror image. You bring your bolster, couch, pillow over here to the left. Pull it into the side of your hip. I'm square to the camera, sitting cross-legged. There's no twist yet. Left hand on the bolster. This is the sine qua non. This is the linchpin. Now, as I lean to my left, it's a little easier to take my legs out from underneath and pull them over and stack my right knee on top of my left knee. Again, if you're struggling in your body, you're having a hard time moving, you're just trying to do the best you can, legs can be really blocked and locked, and just do the best you can with this. After a while, one ankle will cross. Trust me, it goes places you can't even imagine from here. But this is for us. This is for upward spiral. Now from here, I'm going to turn to the left. I'm going to push into the bolster to lean back. This stretches very infrequently stretched muscles along this left side of your body. Good. Now the restorative twist. With my torso turned to the left, left hand comes down, aim your belly button down, and for most people, most of the time, a slow, stable, steady, sensible, rational, reasonable left ear, elbows broaden for 2 minutes is just a good thing. For bendier bears, if you got to have more, I understand. Take your bolster over to 11, turn more, and then slowly come down. And if your left ear agrees, then you can do it. 2 minutes. Your breath will slow down, your parasympathetic nervous system will kick in, your rest and relaxation response will increase and enhance. Bliss, joy, ecstasy, and love will percolate in your nervous system. Don't forget to let your exhalations all the way out. Finish your exhale before you inhale. Now, if you went to your right ear, come back over to your left ear. Big inhale. Exhale. Pull your hands in by the side of your chest. Press out slow as molasses. Obvious why. Good. Now, we're going to cross our legs. And we're going to conclude with 1 minute of meditation. This is the resting, absorb all the bliss, love, joy, peace, and intelligence. Spine is tall, chin is relaxed, eyes are closed, breath is smooth. We unplug from the world and we go inside and we feel the breath go in and we feel the breath go out. Nothing could be more healing. We are calm and peaceful souls. And by all means, be still and know that you are God. Good, and then we'll conclude this beautiful, soft yin evening with a long Om. So deep inhale through your nose. Om. Hands to the heart. Bow the head. Gather into the heart. Connect with all the souls around the world, all joining together, here, now. And remembering and actually experiencing our eternal unity, all together we say, Namaste. Okay, as always, I bid adieu, arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen, and adios, and ai to my worldwide friends. Thanks for zipping by on YouTube if the algorithm dropped you off. We really appreciate you watching, sharing, and especially liking and subscribing. It tickles the algorithm so that more and more people around the world, especially those who think they can't do yoga or if they think it's for somebody else, can have a moment of clarity and realize the healing, the love, the well-being, the peace, the serenity, the calm, the regeneration of yoga is for every soul. So I thank you specifically for helping me by hitting like and subscribe. By the way, there's 1,100 other videos of yoga and meditation, Dharma talks. Enjoy. And by all means, leave me a comment. Good night, friends. We'll see you in the next one. And continue to upward spiral.